All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on something most people don't even know exists. It's a hidden world, a secret marketplace where the keys to our entire digital lives are bought and sold for, honestly, life-changing sums of money. This is a place where governments and criminal cartels are bidding against each other for secrets that can literally change the world. We are diving into the zero-day market. So let's just get this out of the way. When you think about hacking, you probably picture someone in a hoodie, just furiously hammering away at a keyboard, right? Green text is flying everywhere, and then, bam, they're in. We've all seen it in the movies. But the reality? It's nothing like that. No amount of speedy typing is going to break into a truly secure system. Nope. To get past the world's strongest digital walls, you don't need faster fingers. You need something very, very special. You need a secret. And getting your hands on that secret, well, that means you have to enter one of the most hidden communities on the entire internet. So, what is this all-powerful secret? Well, think about it like this. Imagine the software on your phone is a giant, massive wall made of millions and millions of bricks. Every single line of code is one of those bricks. To get through, you need to find a flaw. And this secret, it has a name, a zero-day vulnerability. It's like finding a single cracked brick in that massive wall of code. It's a flaw, a bug that the builders, the developers, they don't even know it's there. So you're not trying to smash down the front door, you're just slipping through a secret passage that no one is guarding because no one even knows it exists. And what makes it so incredibly valuable is all about timing. See, as soon as a company discovers a flaw, they rush out a patch to fix it, and poof, the secret is gone. But a zero-day, that's a flaw the company has known about for, you guessed it, exactly 0 days. There is no fix. It's an unguardable, unpatched, wide-open door. It is the absolute holy grail of hacking. So if these flaws are so valuable, where did this multi-million-dollar market even come from? I mean, you'd be surprised to learn it didn't start with money at all. For a long, long time, it was a subculture built on something completely different. Back in the 90s, hackers would find these 0 days and just post them online on old mailing lists like BugTrack. Why would they do that? For street cred, to prove their skills to their peers. But when they tried to do the right thing and report these flaws to the companies, they weren't met with thank you notes. They were met with letters from lawyers threatening them with prison. And that changed everything. The culture shifted. Hackers started thinking, well, if the companies won't listen, maybe someone else will pay. New York Times journalist Nicole Perlroth, who's covered this world for years, she just nails this early spirit. She explains that for a long time, hackers had almost no interest in money. They were tinkerers, explorers, not mercenaries. They'd just go to a company and say, hey, I found a bug in your stuff. But that idealism was about to crash head-on with reality. Because as soon as governments and major corporations realized the power of these secrets, buyers with, let's just say, bottomless budgets entered the scene. This created a need for a whole new role, the middleman. Brokers emerged who could act as a kind of matchmaking service, connecting sellers with buyers, holding the money in escrow, and making sure the exploits actually worked. They turned a hobby into an industry. Now, this new professional market didn't just create one big store for secrets. Oh no, it created an entire hidden ecosystem with different layers of markets for very different customers. You've got the white, the gray, and the black market. Okay, so at the top, you have the white market. This is where companies offer bug bounties, basically paying researchers to find flaws so they can fix them. It's all above board, all about making the internet safer for everyone. Then you go a level deeper into the gray market. This is where governments and intelligence agencies buy these exploits for spying and cyber warfare. It's legally murky and totally unregulated. And at the very bottom, you have the black market. This is where criminal gangs and rogue states go shopping for the tools they need for ransomware, theft, and much, much worse. But here's where it gets really complicated, because these labels, they're all relative. For a Russian hacker, selling a secret to their own government spy agency is just business as usual in the gray market. But if they sell that exact same exploit to, say, the NSA in the US, from Russia's perspective, that's treason. That's pure black market activity. It all depends on where you stand. So what exactly are these buyers paying for? I mean, what are they getting for all this money? They're not just buying a piece of code. They're buying access, they're buying power, and they're buying the ability to do things that honestly sound like they're straight out of science fiction. And this is not a hypothetical. Let me walk you through a real-world attack that was discovered called Operation Triangulation. It starts when an invisible iMessage is sent to a target's iPhone. The person never even sees a notification, nothing. But that message triggers a chain reaction, using 4 different zero days, one after the other, to silently bypass all of the iPhone's defenses and take complete control. And just like that, that phone becomes a spy in its owner's pocket. So, what does this kind of power actually cost? Well, the numbers are just staggering. Let's start on what you might call the low end. A well-known broker called Zeroday will pay $100,000 just for a reliable way to bypass a phone's passcode. But that's nothing. Remember that invisible iMessage attack? That's what's known as a zero-click exploit, because the user doesn't have to click on anything. For one of those, the price jumps to $2.5 million for one single secret. And believe it or not, even that is not the ceiling. In 2023, a broker put out the highest public offer ever recorded for a single attack chain. The price? Get ready for this. $20 million. The value that is placed on these digital keys is almost impossible to comprehend. And please, make no mistake, these are not just digital weapons being used in some video game. They have devastating, real-world consequences. The Stuxnet worm used 0 days to physically destroy centrifuges in an Iranian nuclear facility. The NotPetya attack used just 1 to paralyze the entire nation of Ukraine, causing billions in damage across the globe. And these were the kinds of tools used to spy on the journalist Jamal Khashoggi before he was murdered. And this brings us to the central, most difficult question. After hearing all of that, the immediate reaction is probably, let's ban this entire market, right? But for the people who actually operate inside this world, the calculation is far, far more complex. This right here is the fundamental dilemma. On one hand, law enforcement recently used a 0 day to take down Lockbit, one of the world's most vicious ransomware gangs. That's a clear win for the good guys. But on the other hand, the exact same kind of tool is used by oppressive governments to hunt down journalists, activists, and their political opponents. This same weapon can be a tool for justice or a tool for oppression. And to really get it, you have to hear from someone on the inside. As one former government hacker explained, there is this constant debate inside intelligence agencies. Do we use this secret flaw for a critical national security mission, or do we tell the company so they can patch it and make everyone's devices safer? As they put it, they can't side with the folks that say all are equal. There are no easy answers here. So you might be asking, okay, why isn't this market regulated? It's because its entire existence depends on absolute secrecy. Governments buying these things don't want to work with brokers who talk to the press. And for law enforcement, it's often more valuable to keep a broker in their pocket as a source of information than it is to shut them down. All the incentives are aligned to keep this whole thing deep in the shadows. So where does that leave all of us? This market, it is not going away. As long as we write code, there are going to be flaws. And as long as there are flaws, there's going to be a price on discovering them. Which leaves us with a final and pretty unsettling question. In a world that is completely built on code, who do we actually trust to hold the secret keys?
This explainer video is a very short summary of Where People Go When They Want to Hack You, published by CyberNews. The link to the original video is given below. Special thanks to CyberNews. The CyberNews YouTube channel URL is also given below.